Hello and welcome to episode 55 of the Universally Epic Podcast, your go to Universal Orlando trip planning podcast. I'm Jim Klein, along with Taylor Franklin. We are your hosts and travel agents for all things Universal. On today's show, it's New Year's Eve, and we count down the top 5 things to look forward to in 2026. And forget the holiday season, it's the beginning of speculation season, I guess. How you doing this week, Taylor?
Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. The theater has been crazy busy, which
Yeah,
was to be expected. Kids are out of school and
yeah, we were talking about that before we hit the record button here.
yep,
So Avatar 3 had come out. You said David, the new movie,
yep.
David came out as well. You said
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
going crazy as well, which is kind of shocking. The social media presence for that movie, David, is like huge also. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
not really surprising to me.
I watched the first 10 minutes of Avatar.
How was it?
Okay.
Avatar,
I
Avatar
don't like the
3
Avatar
or 7.
movies.
Now, is it true that he signed on for like 6 or 7 Avatar movies with Disney?
I
Is
believe
that
he
true?
signed on for 5.
5. Okay. Now, and another thing I heard is the ride at Animal Kingdom, Flight of Passage, the end of all the Avatar movies? Like that's the conclusion?
I have no idea.
I heard that as a rumor. I don't know if that's true or not, which is interesting.
It
So
would
I don't know. I have to look into
that
that.
would be interesting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, look into that. We'll verify that.
Yeah, we'll have to like circle back to that. So this episode is coming out on New Year's Eve.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
everybody does like a countdown, right? Is that what you're supposed to do as a podcast, I guess, right?
I guess so.
So like true podcasters that we are, we're gonna count down today. So
Let's see if Jim can keep the numbers straight. There's only 5 of them.
there is only 5, so it's almost impossible for me to forget what number we're on. Um, so I put together a list of top 5 things to look forward to for Universal destinations and experiences. So
Hmm.
that's like the umbrella for all things Universal, right?
Yeah.
Um, And there are a few things that were surprising to me coming in 2026 and some things that we already knew and we've already talked about. So let's get started with number 5. It's called Universal Theme Parks, the exhibition at the Franklin Institute.
Hmm.
So this was put together by the Franklin Institute with Comcast, NBC Universal. It's going to debut on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2026, in Philadelphia, and it is a immersive exhibition about the theme parks. You're going to go through, it says here, most iconic fan favorite attractions, including Jaws, Illumination Minions, The Secret Life of Pets and Sing, Super Nintendo World, Jurassic World, DreamWorks Animations, How to Train Your Dragon, Universal Monsters, and much more. Um, they also talk about the world famous studio tour, your favorite attraction. Um, Also, it's going to talk about Epic Universe. I thought it was kind of cool. Like I thought it was very, very.
So is it like just like in like an informational thing? Is there like
So
videos?
it says interactive as well. So which is interesting. It looks like hold on, let me bring up this. So it says guests will experience the artistry, innovation, and technology that transforms ideas into groundbreaking global attractions across 8 theme galleries, including an unconventional spirit, storytelling and wonder, technology and innovation, thrills and the rush of adrenaline, scares and horror, big, bold, and entertaining, authentic and immersive, and the creative in you. So it
Hmm.
looks as though it's like I don't know if it's more interactive, like hands-on. It's more like here's some screens. We're gonna tell you what, like how we did all this stuff. You know what I mean? That's what it looks
Yeah.
like from the picture. Um, it's cool. Like if you're into the whole, background of how they do things and stuff like that, this is something that you may want to take a look at. Like if you're really deep into theme parks, which we kind of are, right? And it'd be
I would
kind of
hope
cool to
so.
see the behind the story thing. Hopefully, it's not like the behind the attraction on Disney Plus because that's it's a little drawn out. Do you ever watch any of those episodes?
I did.
Yeah, they're like a little like I don't know basic. I feel like they're all basic. Like if you have somebody that's that big of a fan going to something like this, you want to see like details.
Oh
not just
yeah.
view of the attractions and stuff. So hopefully, I'm assuming Franklin Institute does a really great job. They did that Walt Disney exhibition what last year, 2 years ago.
Was it them?
I think
I
that's who.
heard like
Yeah,
amazing things
yeah.
about it.
So that's exciting. Um, yeah, so that's something different and not in Florida or Hollywood or Texas. So that's in Philadelphia. That's kind of cool. Number four. Let's get to number four. I'm already on the right track. I'm five, and then four
Mhm.
comes after that.
Good
Uh,
job.
yep. The return of Universal Fan Fest at Universal Studios Hollywood. So that's coming back this year. It was a huge success this past year. And it says that returning Scooby Doo and Universal Monsters will be one of those nights. Um, they already have dates. Starts April 23rd and continues on select nights through Saturday, May 16th.
Hmm.
April 23rd through the 25th, May 1st through the 3rd, 7th through 9th, and 15th through 16th. So that was a huge success for them over in Hollywood. That's coming back. So if you're out that way, take a look. It was the videos were very cool online, right? Like they were on sets and like like, they had a Back to the Future one last year. Do you remember that? That was very cool.
They also had the One Piece cast.
Yes, yes, they did. I know you were very big on that.
Very, very excited about it.
Number three. This is also out in Hollywood. That is going to be the superior Fast and the Furious ride. It's going to be Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift, the new roller
Mhm.
coaster.
Yep.
Looking insane, looking great. It's going to be really, really cool.
I
Um,
can't wait. I'm so excited.
yeah, it looks so good. It looks so good. So
Yeah.
that's another major attraction coming to Hollywood. Uh,
Keeping within the same vein of new attractions, this isn't necessarily something to look forward to, but I can see that we are starting to get information on what they're doing with Poseidon's Fury. Now, Jim,
oh, I did see
I
this.
don't know if you saw that permit that just came through, but there is a notice of commencement for the area that is Poseidon's Fury. Um, hold on, I'm looking to see if they have a date. I swear I saw a date. I'm not seeing the date now. Um, but there is a notice of commencement. We have no idea what it's going to be. It's not like this is giving any information except that it is done by Intamin.
Yes, I saw that. And remind everybody, which two roller coasters did Intamin create in Islands of Adventure?
The Velocicoaster and Hagrid's?
Yes, that is correct. So you're looking at most likely a new roller coaster coming in.
I could see it being a dark ride with a pretty
Okay.
big footprint. That's what people are speculating, that they're just going to kind of gut that show building and then make it a dark ride because it is so big already. Um, so I'm seeing that, but there is kind of a second rumor that I saw, and this one will kind of make me a little bit sad because it will mean that I was wrong. Um, which is pretty sad. The other speculation that I'm seeing is that it is going to be a quote unquote next generation simulator ride
Oh,
based off the Pokemon franchise.
oh, really?
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm not a big Pokemon. I know Pokemon is huge. Like I get that.
Mhm.
But I think didn't we speak about this once before and we were thinking like Pokemon would be perfect to take over the Simpsons,
Yeah.
you know, especially with like a simulator ride. It'd be easy to do. We also mentioned Kirby. Remember we mentioned Kirby too.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I
I genuinely don't think that Pokemon is going to islands. I'm still, and maybe that's just like wishful thinking. It may not be Zelda, but like it's right there. You
yeah,
could do so much with Zelda in that area, and you really wouldn't have to change a ton. The architecture and everything looks like Hyrule.
yeah. Yeah, it fits. It would take less to change it over. Yeah, you're right.
But those are
Um,
just the speculations that I'm seeing circulating. The only thing we know is that there is a notice of commencement and that it's being done by Intamin.
yeah, it's gonna be exciting. That's good. That I did see
I'm
that,
excited.
and that's good that you brought that up because I completely forgot all about that. And I think I wanted to talk about it like last week or whatever, and then I'm like, oh, or I saw it online. I'm like, oh, I got to talk about this, and I completely forgot about it.
I bookmarked it so I didn't forget about it.
Um, yeah, that's exciting.
Hmm.
Um, also, Rip Ride Rocket replacement that's going vertical.
It
So
is.
I think it's gonna be another one of those like Velocicoaster type things where it's just like, no, we're not doing anything over here, and then there's like a roller coaster that pops up. You know,
I think it's going to be Ghostbusters. I feel it in my heart and soul. I think it's going to be Ghostbusters.
I think so. Like more and more points to that. A lot of people are saying Back to the Future, but I don't see how that really. I don't know.
I don't know how that translates to a roller coaster, I guess is my
Yeah.
thing. But like at the same time, I don't really know how Ghostbusters translates to a roller coaster either. So like
Well, Back to the Future would be cool if it was a launch coaster that went 88 miles an hour. Would be unbelievable.
that would be fun.
It would be very cool. It would be
And like
very.
the ride cars are like the DeLorean.
It would be awesome. It would
It's
look
like
so
a cut in
cool.
half DeLorean.
It would look so cool. So,
It'll
yeah,
be cool.
yeah. That's it, obviously there's some big attractions coming, and it's so
Hmm.
funny how Universal plays it as opposed to like how Disney plays it, where Disney like announces things and then 3 years later starts to build. And like this past year doing
Yeah.
the podcast, right? They announced Rip Ride Rocket's closing. They close it down, and before the end of the year, they already are going vertical on a new attraction.
Hmm.
It's quick, like they are moving quick.
Well,
So
and like the day it went down, I mean, it only took what, like a week for it to be completely gone, just about,
yeah, it was
except
quick.
for like
Yeah,
the launch, or
yep,
not the launch, but the lift hill.
yeah. It's insane how fast they move.
Hmm.
It's incredible, and I love how they just don't say anything to anybody. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna put these like posters up on the
Yeah.
construction wall. You guys figure it out. Like
For
Velocicoaster
those that
was a churro
don't
stand for the
know,
longest time.
yeah, for those that don't know, when the Velocicoaster was being built, they said it was just a churro stand,
Yep.
and
No,
then on opening day, they gave out churros at the end of the ride.
which is great. It's so great. It's so funny.
It's the world's best churro stand.
It is great. It is great. Um, so back to our countdown. We're
Mhm,
at number two.
mhm.
Um, and I put this could have been number one as well. The Universally Epic Podcast is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel, a Universal you preferred travel agency. If you're looking to plan your next Universal Orlando vacation, let's do it together. As certified Universal specialists, we can help guide you through the planning process with helpful tips and tricks along the way. The best part, all our travel planning services are free to you.
When you book your Universal Orlando vacation with us, you qualify for an exclusive booking bonus offer from the Magic for Less Travel, a $25 Universal gift card for all vacation packages over $2,500. Ready to start planning? Email the podcast at universallyepicpodcast@gmail.com and start planning your next epic Universal vacation today.
There's a whole new resort opening for Universal in 2026, and it's located in Frisco, Texas. We have already spoke about it on the show. We went through all the lands. Should have looked up what podcast. I think I say this every episode. I'm like, oh, I should have looked up what episode that was, and I just never do. But
Mm-mm.
it's in the title, so just look through. Um, but this is the Universal Kids Resort in
Yep.
Frisco, Texas. It is opening this year, and that is going to be huge for families with young children. Now, I'm not saying this is not probably one for like teenagers. This is all for pretty much the young adults. It's going to have a 300-room hotel. Um, some of the there's going to be 7 themed lands, including DreamWorks, Shrek Swamp, Jurassic World Adventure Camp, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob SquarePants, Bikini Bottom, Illuminations, Minions versus Minions, Bello Bay Club, DreamWorks Trollfest, DreamWorks Puss in Boots, Del Mar, and the Isle of Curiosity. So it is going to be huge for families, and it's very
It's going to be massive.
it's gonna be super popular,
Mhm.
very popular. It's just another destination that families can go to, and it's nice that they built the hotel right there. Everything is going to be nice and easy to get in and out of, and the hotel is right at the park entrance. It's great.
Yeah.
So, and I believe we're going to be able to sell that. That's what they've been telling us. So I'm hoping
Yep. Mm-hmm.
sooner than later we're going to get that like information of like, hey, make sure you take the training on this so you can sell this resort. That's what we're hoping for, and we would love to help plan that for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Um,
love to hear someone talk about it if they go.
yeah,
I want to know about it so bad.
I would love. So we're gonna make sure. I'm sure there's some agents in the agency that like have young kids that are gonna try to check it out. Maybe we bring one of them on. You
Yeah.
know, we'll throw out some feelers out there and see who's going. Um, yeah, so that's gonna be huge for 2026. And then finally, we have this rolls into our next topic as well. The number one thing is the anniversary year of HHN. It's going to be HHN 35
Yep.
coming in August of 2020, sorry,
Yes.
2026.
Yes.
So this year, and so this goes right into like what we're going to talk about next, right? And this is why we put it at one. I wanted to put
Mhm.
Universal Kids Resort at one, but like HHN, great transition. And usually when you talk about transitions, you don't actually say that you're transitioning into your next thing. It's just supposed to be like
Uh-huh.
fluid, right?
Mhm.
But we're just like really not. I'm not very good at transitions. I learned that a long time ago, and that's why we don't do it anymore. I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna change topics now. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So all of a sudden, what was that on like Christmas Eve? I think it was like
Mhm.
Christmas Eve. A speculation map pops out, and I'm like,
Yep.
are you kidding me already? Like, I don't.
Okay.
And I don't think it's an official speculation map, right?
It's not.
Yeah, because you had mentioned last year how there's like one, two, because one came out on Easter, if you remember last
Mhm.
year. But you were like, ah, this is more of like an Easter thing. So I'm guessing this is more of like a Christmas thing.
Yeah, so as far as I can remember, we've never gotten one on Christmas. Um, this comes from Horror Night Nightmares on Twitter. They're amazing. Love them. Um, Shout out to them. I wish we could be friends. Um, but Horror Night Nightmares on Twitter. Um, every year puts out and the fact that the speculation map doesn't even have a version number on it kind of leads me to believe that this is really, really early in speculation season. It is so like incredibly early in speculation season. Now, there are a couple of reasons that I could probably point to why we're getting something this early, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that it is an anniversary year. So, we can expect things like there's going to be an Icon's house, but what that Icon's house will consist of is kind of the more interesting thing because in at HHN 30 33 33. Sorry, I had to do math real fast. At HHN 33, there was a man named Dr. Oddfellow. Now, coming up here soon is when I'm going to start educating Jim on the icons, but for now, for now, Dr. Oddfellow. He's kind of like, think Dr. Facilier, but like if Dr. Facilier wasn't bound by the chains that Disney has him in.
Okay.
He's really, really cool, and I love him. But he was like the icon, the unofficial icon for 33. So, he, to give a very, very brief overview, he was the ringleader of the circus that Jack comes from, and Jack is really important in HHN lore. But he's kind of like the mascot for the whole event, but like he's like it changes. Um, but he was the dude who basically found Jack. Um, so he found Jack. They have fought once already, and he lost. But now he's trying to get the run back. So he is trying to fight him again. So that leads me into our first speculation. At least one of the original houses will be the Icon house, but it'll probably be Oddfellow versus Jack.
Okay.
Now, with something like that, we could see Oddfellow, and then we could see like Jack and Chance. Potentially Eddie. I would love to be able to see Eddie, but there's like a really low likelihood that Eddie will be there. Um, but you could see, a few of the other icons that do work closely with Jack, which would be fun. Um, but we're pretty sure that's the direction that they're going for this one, since this is like the 5 anniversary instead of the 10 anniversary. So it would have to be like some event that, when we get to HHN 40 will be like there'll be like callbacks and stuff to this event. But the whole thing should be centered on this like Jack versus Oddfellow fight that's going to take place.
Okay.
Now, we don't really have speculation for pretty much any of the original houses. I haven't seen any speculation or anything that seemed solid enough for me to be able to be like, oh yeah, for sure. We can probably guess that we're gonna get a Slaughter Cinema house. Not in like, oh, this is Slaughter Cinema 3, but like one of the movies from Slaughter Cinema is probably gonna get a move, or is probably gonna get a full house here. Um, that'll probably happen. Now, I have heard one concerning rumor that if this is true, I will probably live in Florida for like a month. But um there is a possibility, and as far as speculation goes, that there will be an It house.
Okay.
Like Pennywise or even Welcome to Derry. I see that being a thing as opposed to like It, because I know that the rights for It are weird too, just like most of the like 80s horror movies.
So I saw that Welcome to Dairy could represent that eggnog in the top left corner over there. That's what
Yeah.
I was reading online. So that's where that comes in.
Um, yeah, so I mean, I'm sure you'll put it on the screen so everybody can see it. But
Yeah, I'll put it.
um then going down from the eggnog, so if we can assume we're just going to throw it out there and say the It house speculation is probably going to be that eggnog symbol. The next one down, it's like a pincushion, Hellraiser.
Okay.
Hellraiser. I'm not like particularly thrilled about it because I don't really care. It's not that I don't like Hellraiser, but I don't really care about Hellraiser.
Gosh.
um, but that's not saying anything at all. I mean, I could get there and I could be like, I lied to you guys. That was my favorite house. I had so much fun. But that is one of that's like the biggest speculation for that symbol specifically. The next one down is an upside down grandfather clock. Now,
Yeah.
what is ending today? when this
So it comes
when
out.
this
Yeah.
comes out. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I could see this being because I believe we got 3 and 4 the last time that we did Stranger Things. Yeah, 3 and 4 the last time we did Stranger Things. So this will be, the 1 season house as opposed to them doing the 2 season houses. But super exciting. I would love to see the Stranger Things house. I don't necessarily like the Stranger Things years, and that's just because it's so crowded. Wow, it's so crowded. I don't know that it'll be worse than last year, though, if I'm going to be honest with you. Given the slate that we have and like what people are speculating and stuff, I don't suspect that this will be as bad as it was last year with Terrifier, Five Nights at Freddy's, Jason, the lot of it.
That was crazy last year.
Yeah. Now, the next symbol below that is what people are speculating is going to be the Jack versus Oddfellow house.
Yep. I heard that too.
Yeah. As far as everything else goes, it does look like from the speculation map we are going to have a lagoon show,
Yep.
which is pretty cool. It looks like all of the scare zones are in the same place they normally are, so we don't have to worry about scare zones getting moved. The houses are all in the same place that they normally are. Looks like we'll get another Nightmare Fuel or a dance show or something, because
Something like that.
Nightmare
Yep.
Fuel was supposed to end not last year, but the year before that. That was supposed to be like the end of the the series that they were doing, and then they were going to like move on to something else, but then it still stayed Nightmare Fuel. So I don't really know what's going on there. Um, who's to say? But as far as like coded things go, so anything in green are going to be the houses. Anything in red are going to be our scare zones.
Okay.
The orange packages with the little feeder masks are going to be the shows. So again, looks like we are getting a lagoon show. Super exciting. And then everything else has been kind of like I've seen some speckles of like some semblance of rumors. There's not really a ton that's out there as far as like speculation and everything goes. Um Other than just like the few things that I've already mentioned. Of course, as with every year, I'm sure one of these symbols will show up and look like something um, that has something to do with Scream, and that'll fall through. So that's something we can look forward to is
Right.
watching Scream
Oh, yeah.
fall off the map again. I don't know necessarily what they're going to do for the IP houses. I think it would be really interesting if we get something like The Weekend House. I don't know if we'll necessarily ever get the sequel to The Weekend House. I think that was a Hollywood thing, and it's never going to come, and that'll be really sad. But I did hear some rumor kind of circulating around other channels that I look at. That there could potentially be a house that stars Ice Nine Kills. It's not necessarily a Ice Nine Kills house, but it could feature their music.
Okay.
So that's what I got.
All right. Yeah, I saw a few things online talking about obviously like Stranger Things popped up, the Jack the Clown versus Dr. Oddfellow. I saw that. Um Also I saw Twisted Metal also got brought up. Uh
Hmm.
what else did I see? Five Nights at Freddy's again is like another maybe it's just because it was how popular it was last year, maybe. I don't
We probably will not get a back-to-back year where we get Five Nights at
know.
Freddy's
Okay,
2 the following year. I could see us getting Five Nights at Freddy's 2 the year after,
gotcha.
but
Like skip a year type of thing.
especially because this is an anniversary year and they're going to want to throw a lot of things into this anniversary year, and I really don't think that they want to take away necessarily from the things that they've already been working on.
Nice. All right. Yeah, nice. Like I thought it was hysterical that it came out so early.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy. This is
Hmm.
nuts. There's no way. And sure enough, here we are. Because like I
Yeah.
said, last year I think we did was it our first one? Was Easter? But it
I
wasn't
think so.
speculation. It was like something like this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I believe
it's
it was version 1 of the speculation map. So
yeah. So
we only
that's
had like a couple of symbols.
and that was like what, March?
Yeah.
So yeah, so
March
we're
or April.
a couple months ahead right now.
Mhm.
So it's
Yep.
interesting.
We normally get our first like drips of real speculation heading into like April and May.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's always exciting. It is
Mhm.
a lot. There's a lot of excitement around the speculation season and all that stuff. So, all right, cool. So, I want to wish everybody a happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year. Hope wherever you go tonight, stay safe, drive safe, and we'll see you in 2026. All right. So, like always, like, follow, subscribe, YouTube and TikTok. This episode has been brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. If you have any trip planning questions or would like to plan your next trip, email us at.
Universally Epic Podcast at gmail.com.
And when you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please leave us a rating and a review. Hopefully, a 5-star rating and a review. That would be great. It helps us out. And like always, have an epic week, everybody. Stop.